Did you know bathroom facilities have only been built in modern stadia since the last decade? Before that, the waste was, well, actually, no one knows where it went.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime. Tonight we've got an epic classic for you guys. We've got the Squirrels, who were signed up for the Bloodwieser, and they won it in season 10. Then moved across and played in the Happy Serenity Cup in season 11, winning that. So that's back-to-back wins. Now the Serenity pulled a devilish act here, and they charmed them with promises of monopoly and risk and glory and funds, and the Squirrels signed up with those, which is a bit sneaky when you think that these dwarves work on loyalty. The dwarves unhappy with this at Bloodwieser have marked a grudge against the Order of the Holy Squirrel, and this grudge will only ever be settled on the field of play with blood. So with me I've got two of our coaches. On my left I've got Andy C UK. How are we doing, Andy?
I'm fine, cheers, Walker. Lovely to be here.
Well, we say that. Those dwarfs look mean and nasty. I've got your team sheet in front of me, and we've got a few stars. We've got Leopold Longstrider, who looks to be the most experienced player you've got on the team. Anything to tell me about this guy?
Ah, Leopold, he's such a marvel. No player can stop him. No one can down him. He leaps through the air like a graceful flying squirrel. He has scored many a touchdown for the Holy Order and claimed us many victories. These dwarfs shall be hard-pressed indeed, sir, indeed, to stop this magnificent bastard do his duty.
I want to focus on Gillard. He is a phenomenal specimen of a man. He reminds me of the likes of Hubris Rackharth, although he's an elf and this is just a man. Where did you find him?
Ah, you see, I heard word many a week ago, or many a days ago, that I was in search of someone who could stand up to the heights and the glory of Griff Overwald, but less of a smelly empireman. And I heard tale of this god cannon. And lo and behold, he is magnificent.
Well, we could dwell on the whole team, but there's one more. Morty, are you sure this guy's not an elf?
Well, this puts me at a conundrum. You see, the coach who is now standing opposite me in this room, who shall be standing opposite me now in the field in but a moment, coaching these smelly, hairy little dwarven men, is the coach who sold me, Morty.
Oh, is that so?
Teddy Tom himself.
Teddy. And I'll invite Teddy to join the chat. But keep your distance, please, gentlemen and dwarf alike. Teddy, what do you have to say about this grudge? Clearly, it's upset you.
Well, as the official spokesperson for Bloodwieser, I have to say that my employers are not happy with Andy's sudden change of heart, stepping away. So they've asked me to build a team and go against my old friend. We had a good relationship, but ever since he's left, I've now got a bit of grudge against him, as well as the Happy Serenity from stealing such a lovely guy away from our lovely Bloodwieser company.
Which do make some fine ales, if I might say so myself.
Definitely, that's why we always supply our fans and our coaches with beer stands, but Andy's probably got sick of it, which is maybe the reason he left, which is a shame, but on the pitch we show no mercy.
Well, I don't know what to say. What I'm going to say, though, is should we take this to the field, gentlemen?
Let us do so.
Right.
Have at you, sir.
I will tune into Cablevision and see if I can hook this up. Hope the bill's being paid.
Have actually young, fine Bretonian player. Enjoy these lovely inducements that we give away to our fans who come to our pitch.
Has the game
I have some
started?
money.
So while we
Money
wait for
indeed.
these guys to go to the pitch, we will.
I have a feeling I might get my teeth smashed in, so I shall take some Bloodwieser babes with me.
I did
So
notice.
you leave our sponsorship, and now you steal our babes. What more do you have to crush our souls with?
The
These
hypocrisy.
fine busty wenches shall serve me well.
Ho ho ho.
I've always been a fan of all. They sort of rather fit the line of t-shirts.
If you gentlemen can let me know when you're ready to walk out to the field of play.
Yes, we are just on the Cabal Vision loading screen. And while we
Give
load,
the camera a little kick.
yeah. And while our lovely men on the side will be providing the babes and enjoy our lovely stadium view at the Bloodwieser factory.
It's a mighty stadium. It's huge.
It is a level 4 stadium, my good friend. Always the best in the business for anyone joining. And because
punny death roller, I shall smack it in the face.
as the visitors of our fine stadium, even though you are our sworn enemy, I will let you have the first block of the game, or the first drive.
You are a gentleman, sir.
Right. As we move away from these two fine young fellows duking it out with words and take this to the pitch, I will let you know. We have microphones in the dugouts so we can hear their reactions to the play as it pans out. Hopefully later, if he can get away from his I don't want to upset one side or the other, but he happens to be in a bar drinking Bloodwieser, we will be joined by a fellow commentator, but we will see. Depends on what heap he lands in the morning.
Welcome back, sports fans. Jim Johnson.
Or maybe he's just getting lost on the way, thanks to our lovely beer facilities around the stadium.
Possibly. So here we have the dwarf teams, the Bloodwisers, are looking to receive the ball.
We are in the presence
Are they? No. They are going to
No,
kick
we
the
are
ball.
kicking the ball.
I do know what this game is.
Bloodwieser.
Visitors
But-
are giving them the ball because we're nice like that.
Teams going
Nice. They want to settle the grudge, but with no excuses from the Squirrels. They have, that looks like a tractor on the field. How has the referee not seen this?
Because the
Mind
referee,
boggles.
we treat the referees nice here, and we got them a special little rest area.
It does look
Inside.
like that referee has been drinking. What is going on?
Well,
What is going
babes
on?
have been working on both sides.
Let's take a look as the night's set up. We have got Fat Earl has joined the team for today's game only. Did you find this one loitering in the pits outside the bars?
Yeah, so I thought we were a player down due to injury, and I thought, I need a little bit of cannon fodder here. You'll do fine, sir.
So
He
you're
looked up at
letting
me.
the fans get involved.
I do. We're a very, very inclusive team.
It's
Okay.
perfect weather here because we've stopped our production of the beer just for this game. Why you don't see any rain or any sun? It's just normal weather in this fine day of Blood Bowl.
Well, the Squirrels are straight at it, throwing in blocks. They're not interested in the ball. It looks like they are not taking this lightly.
Aha, have at you, sir.
On guard, I will stand my ground. I see the plan. Will it work? Will it stop?
Okay,
But
we
one
see
thing's for certain, no Grudge is too great.
Jew Peacock's gone deep. Is there a ulterior motive to this? I can't help but notice, I look over to the dwarf bench and
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever.
he stood there drinking ale while his team fights.
He's just sobering up, my good fellow. Every dwarf
see.
needs to sober up before a game. He just was the last one out of the changing rooms, which is why he got put on the bench.
I see.
Hey. For as good as Morty is a thrower, he has a habit of not picking balls up. Lovely done, Morty. Lovely stuff.
Morty.
Well, run, you beautiful bastards.
There's no messing about on this game here. I get the impression, I get the feeling that this Holy Squirrel team is going to just try to embarrass these dwarves. Yeah. That surely would just anger the Bloodwieser more.
Ooh.
Oh, try that again.
Yeah, not GF5.
Get up.
Oh, we've tripped over in the grass.
There we go. These tricksy dwarves have put something in the grass. Tripwires, I feel.
To the viewers at home, I apologise. We've got a bit of a delay in the communications. This Cabal Vision. It's not what it used to be.
It's fine, good sir. It happens to the best of us.
Well, I'm thinking of renewing my contract with somebody else.
That'll do it.
Well, what can we say? How will our bloody good Bloodwisers react to this?
Well, to the best of our ability.
To the best of their ability.
Go on, Patel. Hold on, lad.
See, I'm
Patel
not...
has done his job.
Ooh, that's a tough hit. He took that one on the side of his head, he did. He does not look like he's going to get up from that. At least not just yet. There's movement, but he's not going to play the rest of this drive. Oh, that looks like a covering manoeuvre. What's to come with it?
Hopefully more cover.
That was a cunning play. Oh,
Oscar, no!
Oscar looks like he's not going to be getting up.
He broke his leg with that.
No, no, the coach is not sending on the doctor. He's not sending on the doctor. Troll Slayers, they're a strange breed. They're very angry. Whoa, that's a big hit. He's gone down. Looks like
we're striking with a vengeance.
Slayer's taking control of the game.
We've got the ball now in our hands.
See, from this point of view, up in the cozy box that we've got, that have been supplied by the Bloodwieser, it's looking grim for the Squirrels right now. It's looking very grim. But I've seen these boys play. They can perform miracles.
Go, Drew Peacock. No, go, try harder.
No, bag, peacock.
Especially if the ball holder goes down. They've left the ball carrier exposed. There could be a counter strike.
Just run. Go,
Puts the
Wanderlust.
ball up. Can he make it? He does so.
Ha ha! My
Cunning,
newest signing,
cunning.
Kingsley. Well done, sir.
There you go. That's the squirrel in a nutshell. When you think you've got them down, they perform magic.
Fast. If they keep doing that,
And this is why they were back-to-back champions.
Ah, reminds me of the time that that I what were they named? What was they called? I'm trying to remember the dwarven team I played in my first game in the Challenge League. I had 3 squirrels left, and I passed through the entire team and scored.
you can return.
I believe that was Revenge of the Dwarves.
The referee
That's it.
has...
That's it,
Oh.
Teddy. Mine
Look
like
at
an elephant.
that. Look at that. The referee spotted the tractor, but the promises of more ale, and he's left the tractor on the field. Far be it from me to accuse the dwarves of, what should we say, foul play, because I don't want to appear on their grudge list. But that doesn't look exactly the most unfoul play.
Well, we feel that with the services we provide for all our referees who come to our pitch, that we should at least get some benefit in return. After all, we give them a great resting area, and we provide them with a plethora of beer to go along with it. What's
Indeed.
one little simple turn of the turn
Of
away
his
is going
eye,
to do?
of his eye, yes, yes, yes. I see this.
They like to give back to the community.
No, you two go back there. That's it. There you go.
Looks like there's confusion in the ranks of the Holy Squirrel.
Well, losing now, losing good old Oscar has put some fear into these rats. They may have scored, but the grudge is still on.
Oops, one moment. I'm just going to check with my officials down at the dugouts. Has the death roller been sent off? I hear back, no he's not. He's going in for a fuel stop. Make sure he's ready for the second half.
You just want me to set you up so you can shout.
Yep. It also turns out that he was taking one too many drinks, so he has to have a little bit of a rest before he may continue.
You don't want to get caught for drink driving on a Blood Bowl pitch, do we?
Nah, he certainly does not want to get caught.
What's this? Dwarven shenanigans?
Yeah, these dwarves are having a bit of a drunken haze, so they're just wobbling around than they usually do, helping them provide that little extra movement.
That was a good catch from the dwarf runner there.
Those peasants just
Well, we don't. Well, I'm afraid we don't pay him for not catching.
By the throat. And they can't
Oh,
Did that work?
that was a cunning. I believe our co-commentator's just joined us. Is that you,
Hi.
12th man? Hello.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll bring you up to speed. The
Hold on a minute.
hold on a minute.
Can I swear? Can I swear?
You can swear. We've got dwarves in front of us.
I remember these fucking Bretonians.
Ha ha! 12th sir.
I remember this.
nicely deflected.
I remember beating these Bretonians, thinking I was going to beat them, and then something happened and I lost. I remember this very well.
Well,
Shenanigans happened.
they're pulling out the stops today. They might have a player in the injured box. He's not coming back. I've had chats with the doctor,
it's a
and the
good
doctor
one.
was not interested. The dwarves, however, apart from supplying us with this luxury box that we've got, additional Bloodwieser, just help yourself, it's on tap, have left their tractor death roller type machine off the field, and they
And
do
my
not
what a
look happy.
thick-headed tractor it is as well.
They do not look happy. They do not look
So
happy.
let's see. Having a look around the stands here. Not a lot happened. There's not as many dead people as I expected, to be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed after the last time I met these horrible fops. I was
Well,
hoping
we
Luke Harper would be
have.
dead or injured by now.
We have only been playing for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Give these guys a chance to get warmed up. We do have mics down in the coach dugouts, so we can communicate with the coaches and hear their reaction as the play unfolds.
Okay. Now, looking at these teams, there are some hideous freaks of nature, if you don't mind me saying.
Well, we have highlighted that Morty did the blitzer. Look, he's on the move again. He moves with the grace of an elf.
This is going to be
He
decisive.
moves with the
Ah,
grace of
give you
a
a
freaky elf.
That's it.
Yeah. And we've got our Sir Leopold Longstrider. He looks to be one of the stars of the team.
Well, I was too busy looking at, what's his name?
Sir
Gerhardt or some
Gillard
other.
God Cannon. He reminds me of Griff or Hubus Rakarth. A beast. An absolute beast
Are we
in the
sure
team.
these are actual Bretonians and it's not a vampire team that's snuck in?
Well, I wonder. I wonder.
You've got a blitzer there on the dwarf team. I swear he looks like Mighty Zug from the right light.
Ah, yes, Tipsy McStagger, the chief brewmaster of the Bloodwieser Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the biggest grudge of them all. Dare I say, even the members of the board, which is why he is been named the official captain of the team.
Okay. Is this a... What is this, a bowl game?
No, this is a grudge match, sir, if you have been on the Squirrels stories.
Ah, of course I knew about all those.
Yes, we have...
You visit the MML website all the time, don't you, Twelfman?
I even submit things. And
Yes,
everything.
you have, yes. This has been building up for
That's a
a
dangerous
month,
place to be.
month and a bit.
Okay. So,
Something
what have we
along-
got here?
It's been more than a month, I shall say, Andy. It's been nearly 3 seasons. No, 2 seasons.
2 seasons, yes, it has, yeah, 2 seasons.
Ooh. I have to say, I've got quite a lot of dwarves getting a bit close to me now. I could
Yes,
probably
they
reach out
always
and touch one if I really wanted to.
They like to
Like that,
shower
really.
their fans with attention.
As long as they don't shower me with anything else.
well, 12th man. Why these...
Would be acceptable.
While these guys are doing their thing on the field, have a look at this stadium. Isn't it magnificent?
Hold on, let me just crane my neck up. I don't even remember how to do that. Ah, okay. It is alright. I've seen better, but this is quite nice, I guess.
You've seen better. This is the highest stadium money can buy.
I guess it's the towers are quite nice. There's a few nice sort of castles in the distance. You know, it's not bad, I guess. Have we got any enhancements here? Is that a beer stand?
No, it's the rust area for the death roller.
Ooh, ah, oh dear. Oh, that's excellent.
Dude, he's just sad he has to take a little break because he's had a bit more early drinks, and so he's put on the bench.
Ah, that's fair enough.
Referee
So
cited
taking a
him.
look at this game then, Andy. I assume we are allowed to discuss tactics while the coaches are playing. Is that
We
acceptable
are,
thing to do?
but
Oh, yes, yeah.
to avoid confusion, Andy down in the dugouts, and I will be known as Hawker because otherwise I'm going to get confused. But yes, we can discuss away.
Well,
Those
I've
guys
noticed
down
a few
there.
things.
Well, what have you noticed? Apart
noticed
from
that-
some of them are 4 foot tall and some of them are 6 foot tall.
They are about. I was going to say the problem is the dwarf team seems to have left half its team behind. It's gone off to form a lovely sideline cage and it's forgotten half the team.
Well, unless these 5 fellows that have been left behind are too busy trying to settle personal grudges of their own.
Well, quite possibly. But they're not going to settle any personal grudges with a nice big empty space between them.
No,
They're
this
going
is
to need
true.
to get Up close and personal, I think.
Up close and personal. Do you know, I did see a game once where a dwarf team, I forget, I think it was the Dwarf Hammerers, they didn't worry about the ball and things like that, because when there's no opposition on the field, apparently scoring's much easier.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Which makes me worried, because the hospitals are quite full at the moment.
Oh, dwarves don't need hospitals. If you get injured, they just chuck you in a dungeon for a few hours until you feel better.
They shave their heads and go turn Slayer.
Yeah, absolutely. And the peasants don't deserve the hospital. It's basically just for the knights, really. And they've got their own private medical care anyway, so I hear.
Ah, I did not know this.
Is approximately the same size as his entire...
Oh, he's not messing about. This is what I was
Kevin.
talking about.
No.
This is what I was talking about. Kevin, son of Preston, has just taken it in the face.
It's all, still leading all the mates. I think the dwarves have bottomed on that. They're not going to do so well if they smaller teams.
No, it makes
Skaven
me...
or a dark elf, I can understand. All right, fair enough. You can recover. You can really play the field. But if you're a dwarf, it's going to take you 3 to get back together.
Yeah, and I can't see our dwarf runner giving the ball up easy.
No, I think it's going to run backwards. Which isn't the way you want to be running in a game like this.
Especially
goes.
with
Look.
those short legs. It's concerning. I'm not sure what their bigger plan is. I see his bigger plan. His bigger plan is start beating people.
In the face.
Yes. It always amazes me. You watch some teams, and they move with the grace, and they move sideways, and they go around. Sometimes they trick you, and they go back a little bit. But dwarves, they just tend to go through.
Yeah, side to side isn't their style. It tends to be in a straight line, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Lost My Steer has just joined us. He's asking if our sound is muted. I hope not.
Try something, do it right.
I hope not as well. That'd be embarrassing.
It'd be very embarrassing.
We'd have to fire the court wizard again. Oh dear. That dwarf is not going to want to hang around there for much longer. It's all when I get knocking someone out, but if you're standing next to the sideline, you're asking for trouble. I mean, he's right next to me, and if he comes my way, I can't help it. I'm gonna have to hit him. It's just, you got to get involved, haven't you?
You do. You do.
Scott knew the risk.
Although I'll
The
tell you
needs
one
of the
thing.
team outweigh his own, and the grudge is too great for his own.
His own personal safety.
Ooh, what to do?
I tell you one thing though, 12th man. If
What's that?
if he does fall into the crowd, see that keg of ale he's got on his side? Bring it up for me, please.
If there's anything left in it.
Well, this is what worries me. But I bet you there's more left in that than there is of the opposing team.
Well, that is what we didn't mention. That last turn, was it a knockout, an injury, and 2 stun? Brutal.
Yeah, brutal, brutal.
That's the kind of thing you want to see when a dwarf is that high up the pitch. And it doesn't look like he's come far. He's only just over the halfway line. But for a dwarf, that's pretty good progress.
Well, 12th man, you'll be interested to know, on our text page, we have got a fan of the game, Lost My Style. He's just joined us, and he's
Hi. Oh, sorry, hold on
witnessing
a second.
the action.
Just got to grab this stupid dwarf. Look,
Get
where
it.
do you want it? There's beer.
Get it. Bring it
I've
here.
got it. There's a little bit in there. There's a tooth in there as well. Is that all right?
Cha-ching.
There we go. Oh, enjoy.
Cheers. That's good.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying we've got through on the text. Lost My Style has joined us, and he's actively taking part in our feedback and text for the show.
Hi. I'm glad this live scribing is working, because the goblin I bought it from, it didn't half look dodgy.
Goblins always look dodgy.
Yeah, I know. Is that racist?
Well, I'm not sure if it's deemed racist or not. I'm not sure we should let the Bloodwisers know that while we sit in their hospitality, drink their beers, we're using goblin technology. I don't know.
Technology's going a bit far.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he robbed someone else. Ooh. Sorry, bit of audio feedback there.
Audio feedback. That's that technology, or goblin technology I'm talking about. So we've switched views on the cable vision, so we can get a good idea of what's happening as the dwarves move upfield again. They've gone back. They was here
I was
5
gonna
or 6
say,
minutes ago.
I'm not sure if they want to grab that beer that I stole off the poor dwarf who was shoved off the pitch, but they definitely coming back my way again.
I don't think you should take any chances. Get back down there and give it back to them, because I'm not ending in their grudge book.
I think I'm going to probably go downfield just a little bit.
I
I'm not
think
going to take any chances.
those goblins have sold you a dodgy mic. It sounds a bit rusty.
Yeah, hold on one sec. That's the problem with these goblins, you see.
I know. They worry me. So, the squirrel. They've upset these guys. They win the Bloodwieser. They sign up, and it all looks good. And then they go and win another competition, and leave them upsetting these dwarven folks. And right now, I'm seeing that they're just getting beaten up for it. Have they got an
taking
answer?
a bit of a pummeling.
Have they got an answer, is what I ask you. Well, he seems to think so.
This player likes to be well assisted.
We're
fine,
It's looking a little interesting for the Bretonians. It looks like it's slipping away from them a little bit currently, but you never know. These guys are pretty slippy.
Well, they have multiple titles, as we know, including back-to-backs, and they've participated in the Mead and Mayhem League. I don't know if you've heard of that before.
Nah, don't think it exists.
Are they a
I heard
current
it's just a rumour.
pro team? So it's interesting to see how they deal with this situation.
I hear they let anybody into the pros these days.
Well, I couldn't comment.
Don't worry, Andy. You'll get there one day. I've got faith in you. Oh, sorry.
Maybe. They've got an
I'll
interesting
teach you a few
defense.
tricks.
You'll teach me some tricks.
I think
Well,
I've seen. I utilised this defence not too long ago in a tournament. You leave a large, big, obvious gap, and you tempt people through it.
Yes.
And the idea is they run through it, and then it ends up buggering them, or they beat you up and they charge through it, and you can't stop them, and then you end up looking like a fool. So we'll see which way around this one works.
Did you
I'm going
notice?
for the latter.
Did you notice that the squirrel have brought one of the fans into play, Fat Earl?
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they was down a player and they gave a fan a golden opportunity to take part. You don't see that very often. He's having a sleep at the minute. I don't
I
think
know, he
he's
didn't
up
last long,
to.
did he?
Yeah, I don't think he's up to this standard of play.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
No.
Oh, see those slayers.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's not good, is it?
The doc's not having anything to do. I want to know, is this doctor of theirs, the apothecary, on some sort of break? Because he doesn't seem to be doing much.
No. But it's
Well,
the
give him a
it's,
nudge, and he's just sitting behind me asleep at the moment. Wait, get up, you
what you're
lazy
supposed to
kid.
do. From what I know about Bretonians, it's the proper etiquette is if it's one of the holy knights, of course that's when the apothecary is supposed to get involved. But if it's just some schmuck, some peasant or some yeoman, they're fairly expendable. So you barely even turn your head to see when they're dragged in pieces onto your sideline.
Well,
So I
I'm
hear
a bit
anyway.
concerned here. If you see the guy there, Alex, stood next to the ball carrier, the peasant, he does not know whether to look scared, whether to throw a block at the guy with the ball, or what to do.
I think his big moment is coming up soon, and I think, oh dear, these Frenchies are leaving the pitch very quickly.
I ask you this question, with all seriousness. Is his big moment going to be where he wets himself, or is it going to be where he takes the ball?
That last block that just happened there is an absolute game changer. The Squirrels
think-
here could do something a little bit naughty if they thought about it.
Controversial.
Something very bad could happen. and the dwarves
Yeah.
are probably going to be able to recover the ball if they lose it. But it's not going to. It's going to be humiliating to lose it in such a lovely cage.
Yes.
We'll see what happens, won't we?
We
Can you
need
see
to
what I
wait.
can
me
see?
now.
I would never do that for you. But can you see what I can see?
I can see what you
That's
can
a
see.
song, isn't it?
I'm not going to give any clues, but this could get bad.
It could get bad.
Oh no, here it comes. They're going to have the age-old elf problem though, aren't they? Even if you do manage to get the ball loose, what next?
What next? Well, these guys, these knights at the top. Maury is prowling. He's looking itchy. He's waiting for the opportunity. But will they sacrifice defence for a chance of attack?
Well, you
Well,
know what I
every
would
time.
do.
I know what you'd do. What would you? You'd get another beer for us both. That's what you would do.
Okay. Well, as soon as the dwarf leaves the pitch, I'll see if I can barter it. Ooh, that's...
No, that's not
Yeah,
believing. Try
that's not what you
again.
wanted.
Why did he just jump on the floor?
I'm not.
Ah, this is. Oh, that's not good.
That's not the way I would have done it. I mean,
No. These
I think the
dwarves-
Bretonians have fallen into the trap of forgetting that peasants can hit stuff too if they need to.
Yes,
Relying on the
especially
knights too much.
if these glorified do-gooders had just offered a little bit of support to their peasant fellows, then I think he would
And
have
I-
been able to punch him in the face.
Quite severely, yes.
Yes, with two of the most
Oh, dear.
glorious blocking dice going.
Well, it's a lesson learned, isn't it?
It is.
Penny saved is a penny.
But I ask you, will these short, stout fellows make it to the end zone?
I think at this point it's fairly inevitable. Especially with a bit of cheeky pushing like that. Look at that. Gorgeous. One more turn to hold off. Can they do it? With this little opposition left on the field, I think they'd be pretty hard pressed to not do it. Oh dear.
Oh,
Never nice, is it, when you see a troll slayer flying through the air like that?
That looked painful.
Not painful enough, as it seems.
right. Okay.
Not a great situation to be in, but you never know. And the game is not yet done.
I could double pal that easily.
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 Just believe.
It's the
Believe
getting to it part, I think, is
And
difficult.
achieve.
Now they've only got tackle. It's a 4+. Look at this. There we go.
Okay.
Cranky
Oh, almost.
The grace of an elf.
The grace, I was going to say the luck of a snotling.
That works too. I'm not sure
He
what
also
he
hit
can
like
do
an
now.
elf too, because it knocked my dwarf down.
Oh no. Big
Oh
scratch
dear.
up. Now Morty, I want you to hold on here. Dwarf sandwich. Yes, that's
See,
it. That's how you hold on.
If this were me, Andy, I'd... Oh dear, that was close.
Keep
I'd
holding
probably...
on.
I wonder if Morty's going to find his way close to me. Oh no, never mind. I was going to say. I was half expecting to see Morty join you on the sidelines briefly.
Well, it does make me wonder. It does make me wonder. Oh, I thought that the dwarves would take the option of scoring, but no. These slayers are just on a mission tonight.
They are a little bit, aren't they?
Other little cannonballs.
Oh dear, look at all this.
It's looking
Our vengeance knows
Very-
no bounds.
very upsetting.
They've smacked a player to relieve his team. Well done.
I'm not sure if we should let these guys know that
Oh no.
oh no.
Oh, another one.
Kingsley Wonderlust is injured.
I think the next game for these Knights is going to be tricky. From my calculations, they're down a Knight and down a blocker. And potentially down another one.
I think they're down
You
quite a
see,
lot.
12, I was quite crafty with this match because it's a custom dwarf team and this is a friendly game.
Ah, okay then.
But I ask you,
Yeah, see? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I'm not stupid.
here comes Justin Timberlake for our halftime show.
Oh, wow! That's significant. Did you see what I just saw?
What did you just saw?
I saw
you
half
see
the
what I
Bretonian
see?
team coming back.
Yeah. Hello.
Our babes do provide a good service.
Oh, yeah, there. I forgot about them.
Do you know what I did see? I saw
What did you see?
the Order of the Squirrel hire, you won't believe this, based upon the grudge that's going on, Bloodwieser babes. So not only are they stealing their beer, they're stealing their women.
Oh, dear.
I
You
know.
can't say babes anymore. We've got to call them kegs.
Oh, why can't we call them babes?
Got to be politically correct, Andy.
We're playing
No, we
Blood
don't.
Bowl.
We've been making brew for the last thousands of years. We call them how we see fit, and they are babes.
Fit babes. You see what I did there?
Oh, yes, me. Hang on.
We can't hire
I was
any ugly
distracted.
babes. Then who will buy our babes? Exactly, our babes are distracting like the head coach.
Right, this half we would look from the perspective of the squirrel, and we'll see how they deal with this issue.
Squirrel by name, squirrel by nature.
There doesn't look to be too many of them on the field.
I think they're going to be spending this half doing, as their namesake does, running from danger and hiding their nuts. Because it's going to
Yeah.
get painful.
It could get very painful.
Seems our lovely death roller has decided to
Come
sober
back.
himself up and he's ready to play.
Well, Fat Earl is going to get a nice view of what's about to happen, I think.
I think it was
I
Fat
think he's
Earl
regretting joining in now.
that met the death roller earlier.
Was it really?
I think
Yes.
so. But it is nice to see that the Squirrel give opportunity to the fans. The fans get to take part in a game that they love. Some of them get
It's
to
awfully
see another
decent.
game after. What's this? The ball's in the air.
It is.
That is cunning. The dwarves
Oh, excuse me a
tried
second. I'm just going to jump on the pitch a moment. This is going to get hairy. I've got a few
Okay, off
dwarves
you
and a few
go.
peasants I
Off
want to
you
kick
go.
around. Just a couple, mind.
Oh,
There we go. Did you see him?
I did. I saw you kick that Slayer in the head while he was
He was
down.
asking for it.
A fine trade, our fans know to be balanced.
Oh, absolutely. I would only ever hit one on each side. I'm not mean, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not unfair.
The question I have for you then, 12th man, based upon your prowess you've just shown, you knocked down a Slayer and a peasant. Have you ever considered playing this game yourself?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm merely a spectator. They don't let you bring rocks and stuff to throw at each other on when you're on the pitch. You've got to do that from the sidelines, you see. That's what it is.
Yes. Well, I did bring my rocks today. I haven't seen opportunity to throw them yet.
No?
Nope.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Is this about to happen? Ooh, this Troll Slayer's brave. Is it going to pay off? This next bit's going to be significant.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh, oh, oh.
Oh, he got away with that, I think.
Well, you say he got away with it. The word on the street is that this guy, Gold Cannon, punches like he's a cannon.
Like a broken cannon or like a good cannon?
Well, we'll find out in a minute.
I've been to... What are the cities? Middenheim? Is that one? I've been there. I've seen their cannons.
Yes.
I've been to Nuln.
Well, the question I ask you. When Godhammer decides to punch this Slayer in the face, it's arguable... Oh, he didn't. He didn't. But if he was to die there on the field, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because they're seeking their death. I ask
Well,
you.
from the Troll Slayer's perspective, I guess he's happy either way. He just likes being involved.
But what about his teammates? Because surely they want one of their own to succeed in righting the wrongs. But it leaves them
Well,
in a
that's the thing,
predicament.
isn't it? I think they'll accept it, but they'll probably just throw a grudge against old Gilhart.
Yes,
And then before he knows it, he'll have other troll slaves chasing him down.
and that's not a pretty sight.
So everybody wins, really.
Yes. Well, you
Ooh,
say
he's off,
everybody
isn't he?
wins.
Look at him go.
Where's he going? Do you know, I thought he was going to have a go at the tractor then.
Oh,
He's
just
got
you wait.
Dauntless. It's only a 4-5 plus.
4+. He's got the added strength. as his
Oh, my
benefit.
mistake. Only a 4 plus.
Well, I do that, but I do believe. Is that my first armor break?
Well,
I think it actually is my first armor break.
Welcome to Dwarves. I've seen matches of Orcs versus Dwarves where there was no armor breaks in the whole game. I would say it's an interesting sight, but it's not really.
one thing I do notice, you mentioned about
Oh.
orcs. Both these sides don't
Oh.
like the smelly greenskin.
Oh, you got break tackle. I thought that was a misclick then.
No, all Death Rollers have break tackle.
Wow.
He has the
Get
unique
it? And that
ability
one's
of
got
dodge
as
too.
well.
Yeah,
Is it-
just in case?
Is it defined as a dodge when you run through the grip of another player, potentially ripping his arms off in the way?
I think in polite company it's referred to as a dodge.
Okay.
I like
See,
to think of it as him getting out muscled.
That Death Roller's got dodge, but I'm a big fan of the old. Have you seen the specially designed Death Rollers? They're quite rare, but you see them, and they are specially designed for stripping the ball out of poor, unsuspecting ball carrier's hands. They
I
drive
have
themselves
seen
into a
those.
cage, knock the ball loose, and then that's it. And then they stay there, and they stick the handbrake on, and wait.
And stay there. I have seen those death
Oh.
rollers.
I'm sorry to tell you, but this is an old model of the Death Roller, one that was built with dodge and has very thick skull thanks to the rider.
I can see he's got a lovely big helmet on.
Yes.
Definitely.
My concern
Right, let's see
here,
if I can crack this helmet.
I think
ooh,
this
here we go.
guy
Oh
is
dear,
taken
that's
one
gonna
or
hurt.
too many to the head.
Ooh. This Blitz is feeling particularly brave. I've never seen someone run so fast at a Death Roller.
Why would you do this? He's definitely got his
He's trying to
attention.
show off.
Definitely
Ooh,
got his attention.
He's giving good old Goily. I can't pronounce dwarven names. He's giving him a nice opportunity.
Yeah.
He's saying, "Come at me, bro," and he's forgetting half his team's been injured.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Golly from the clan Colgar. Now he's a fine specimen.
Well,
As far as dwarves go, I guess so.
Right, come on, little fat owl. Let's see what you're made of. Dodge.
Have we not already seen that? Oh, look at him go. Slippery, isn't he?
wow.
I think it's
Again,
because he didn't pay for his ticket. He's got to avoid the security.
yes, it's looking grim. We've switched views again to see if we can get a different angle. And looking from a dwarven perspective, doesn't look too good for their opponents.
Is the assist going to be enough to
I can barely see their opponents behind all this beard. Oh
That's-
dear.
Oh, Big Scratcher is injured.
I knew I could get that itch from him.
I'm sure he appreciates it. Thing is, the dwarves have left behind half their team again, but the difference is they still outnumber the Bretonians, even with half their team.
See, you
It
say
doesn't matter
this.
so much.
I think more the difference is they're hiding behind a tractor.
Well, there is that as well.
Yes.
I once asked a dwarf if he thought it was fair that you were allowed to bring sneaky tractors onto the field, and he just headbutted me.
Wow. That was quite a nice
Yeah, that was-
response.
I think he got his point across quite well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I certainly didn't argue with him.
No, that's because you went to sleep after.
I don't remember much, to be honest.
Oh, what's this tractor doing?
Oh, he's running someone over. That's what he's doing.
He
Oh
has
dear,
run
oh
over
dear.
the Morning Star.
Ouch.
Poor
This-
Sturmy.
What I want to know, did you just see that? He just
I
drove
did.
into all those people.
I don't think you could even call it dodging, as I say.
No.
He's just driving through, isn't he?
And that
Oh,
Troll
man, look at all
Slayer's
this.
having... Oh, what's he doing?
Oh dear.
Oh, no, not God Cannon. Right, Apothecary, wake up. Get up. Go get him.
Done his job.
Go get him. The
I don't
doctor's...
think God Cannon really wanted to come back.
The doctor has woken up. Look, he's sat in the dugouts. Here he is. The doctor's got him back out. I wish I had a doctor like that. The niggling injuries I've got in my knees.
You know, I was wondering if we were going to see a bit of a cage dive here. I think we might do.
We might do.
I have
Did
a
you know?
feeling Longstrider's going to go over the top again.
Well, did you know while he's deciding what he does? I used to be a Blood Bowl player, but I took an arrow to the knee.
Oh dear me, that one's older than I am.
Oh,
I
he's
used to
not.
be. I used to have
That's
a
a
dog on
spicy meat to go. Oh, no, don't do that.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a
That's
long
gone
way
all the
away.
way back. Problem
What's
is,
this?
there's no one to recover it.
Well, there's nobody else on that team. There is. There's Earl. Fat Earl.
Come on,
3
Earl.
plus 3 plus. There we go. Ah.
Yeah, unlucky. Wait,
Oh, that was
you've got to
the
go for it.
jig. Made the
I
dodge.
mean, there's kicking him out while he's down, and there's surrounding him with all your mates, then kicking him.
Or
I'm
in
just
that
mentioning
case,
that.
there's also tripping over the blade of grass as you run.
I think Leopold is going to see boots in his future, from the underside up.
Well, do you know, I don't think so. I've seen dwarves play, and they are an honourable folk.
Are they? Not the ones I've met.
Well, you've probably met those chaos dwarfs.
Oh, well, maybe. A dwarf is a dwarf, isn't it?
Well, yeah. That's like saying a man is a man. Some have honour, some do not.
Oh,
Go on, Morty.
Morty really doesn't want to go down, does he?
Morty is a machine.
He's not messing around.
He is
He's
not.
given those dwarves a bit of a pause for thought, hasn't he? Oh dear. What's going on here? These dwarves are trying to show off.
Yes, we've received a text in on our technology from the Goblin Technologies. Meeby has texted us in questioning honour when they drive a truck on the pitch. This is
Well,
a
this is what I
valid.
tried to say.
Oh,
Yes.
look at there. That L takes it.
Oh!
Fat
Interesting.
Earl, the spectator, has just knocked over the truck.
Can he be a
Hero
hero?
among peasants.
Would this guy
Right.
even possibly be signed up should this magic happen?
You get over there.
Where's he going? He's running away. He's running away.
Who's running away?
The love child. That
Oh,
peasant.
Stufro.
Yeah, he's running off.
I remember that magnificent fellow.
What do I need here?
You need powers.
A 5 or a 6. Go! Go on, fatty.
Here he goes.
Here comes the.
Pressure down.
Oh, oh.
No!
No.
Oh, no.
I would say Fatty's
spectator.
let him down, but he did just take down a tractor by himself.
And before this game, he was sat in the stands. They did like a lottery to find out whether he'd actually play this game. Could have been anybody. His wife didn't look too happy, but he's there. He's one of the sole surviving on this team at the moment.
They might even pay him. I doubt it though.
Well, It makes me
Is that a good
wonder.
idea? Probably not a good idea. There
What,
you go.
paying him? I think paying him's a brilliant idea. Now, how much rage is in this tractor? Oh, Fat Earl is looking worried. I think he's just wet himself.
Oh, look at that! He took a hit from from a dwarf and is still, well, not standing, but he's not stretched off just yet.
Yes, but is this because the Squirrels won't pay the medical team to stretch a fan off the field?
That would be like them. Oh dear, it's almost enough to make you feel bad for these Bretonians, isn't it? Almost.
Well, the question I asked is, the Bretonians.
Oh,
dear.
that crafty chip wire down the far end has worked.
Chip fat on
The
the
slippery
floor.
white line.
So,
Had that extra
Coach Teddy Tom has ordered the early score.
An interesting tactic, but then again, half the Bretonians are currently off the pitch and are not going to be coming back. So
Well,
maybe not, too unusual.
No. That looks grim sight, that is. We have 6 on the casualty bench.
But don't forget, you've got Morty and Gilhart. So these are, if you're going to rely on any 2 knights, those are the ones you want to rely on.
Oh, the referee has actually wisened up and sent the tractor off.
About time, really.
Yeah,
Fat
I'm
Earl.
sorry, but
I feel
disorderly
will have,
conduct on the pitch. I can understand why he gets sent off for that.
I
being
think
too
Fat
horrible
Earl's
for
got a
Fat
part to play. I think Fat Earl
It's
does
amazing
still
he's
have a
lasted this
part to
long,
play.
really, isn't it?
Well, do you know what? If this team doesn't sign up Fat Earl, I'm going to question it. He's come up, he's stood up and been counted upon during this grudge match. He has gone toe to toe with some of the baddest dwarf players I've seen and survived.
Oh,
Oh, that is a
cheeky
nice
little
kick.
that's a cheeky little
As
kick.
far as kicking goes, that is one of the best I've ever seen.
Hmm.
And you know, I
I
used
think
to
we're going to see
think,
some extraordinary ball play in a minute.
well, I used to wonder if dwarves could play this game of Blood Bowl or they just got into a fight. And that kick tells me they can play.
That extra team training came off. And thanks to that early score, the cheerleaders went wild and extra reroll was being given. For that lovely score.
And Morty is in the backfield. I've seen what he can do. The
I
agile
think he's going
fellow.
to throw. I think he's going to throw that ball for all he's worth.
Well, you say
The question
this,
is when.
and where to? Will our Bretonian fellow be stood still? It leaves me wondering. It leaves me wondering. Where's he going? He's off.
He's off.
Look at that.
It'd be embarrassing
Go,
right now if one of these dwarves managed to grab this ball from midair. I've seen it happen.
Have you?
They're only short, but they can manage it. Can he even throw it that far? I don't think he can.
No. No man can throw that far. Not yet.
Fat Earl, let's see your dodging skills again. Yes, Fat Earl.
Fat Earl.
Oh, this Earl. He's incredible. Look at that. He shows no fear.
This guy needs to be signed up. I'm going to start an online petition to sign up Earl to the Squirrels.
I think he needs to lose a bit of weight first. Nobody wants to walk around with a moniker like Fat Earl.
But I think he should be signed up. I've heard they're
I
on the
agree.
lookout for a new player. Maybe he's the one.
Well, they've lost half their team, so they could probably do with a few new players.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He's still on the field. He's just not...
He's just shrugging them off.
Yeah.
Tipsy hits like an ogre.
This looks like a dwarven rush It'll take them another two goes to get there, but they're on their
Yeah,
way.
it's not much of a rush. This is
No.
best they can do, but it's more like a sort of trickle, isn't it?
My mother always told me,
Oh,
if you do the best you can do, nobody can complain.
that's true.
Yes. Fat Al
this is
has
getting
done the best
interesting.
he can do. Well, this is interesting.
I'm looking forward to seeing some an excellent bit of ball play here because it's going to be important.
It is. Oh. He looks like he's took a hard shot there. Looks dazed. Dazed, I tell you, dazed.
I wonder what's going to happen here. There's a couple options.
Let's get this little dwarf out of here.
The question
one of the
I
ways
have
of
for
doing
you.
it.
The question I have for you is: do you feel that the Squirrels, sorry, our Bloodwisers, will have settled this grudge, or do you feel there's more to come?
I think the next couple of actions are going to determine whether that's going to be. Oh, that's not what you wanted.
Well, that would have got the one out of the way for the missed pass.
Well, that was an unfortunate trip.
Either way it would have gone wrong.
See,
Not a good time to drop the ball.
I ask you this: why would you try sprinting wearing all that plate armor? It's
I think
always going to go wrong.
Morty's in cahoots with Teddy Tom. That's what I reckon it is. There's a
thrown the game.
there's a loyalty thing still there.
Well, it was a case that you did purchase him from said coach, and I feel that maybe it was underhand tactics.
As the official spokesperson for the Bloodwieser Brewing Company, we have no rights of cheating. All referees' decisions are final. No case of illegal play has been made.
Fat
Overall,
Earl is still on the field.
Fat Earl is a king amongst men.
He is.
Come on. Boom.
Oh, that's not good. That's going to make getting the ball downfield a lot harder for the Squirrels.
It is.
I mean, it wasn't much easy anyway, but it's going to be even more tricky now.
The thing is, I ask you, the Bloodwisers, obviously they're trying to settle this grudge. They've put 6 players in hospital. They are currently winning this game. But I ask you, will that settle the grudge? I'm not sure it will.
I think it must do.
Well, us mere men would think possibly so. But these dwarves, they're on a different planet when it comes to grudges.
That is true. I wouldn't want to speak for one.
No. So what's the
gonna
play?
happen now?
What's the play? Is Fat Earl going to get involved? He's been a legend in this team. He was not even on the paid staff.
He's not, but he's putting everyone else to shame.
He is.
Oh, it's not that. No.
And it seems like water.
Oh. Ah.
Well,
They didn't forget for long though.
no.
It's an easy sprint to victory now.
Well, I'm hearing from
Easy sprint.
the stands that both coaches will be joining us after the game to discuss the
Oh,
final
dear.
results.
Oh, it's not over yet. Is it over yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, it's over.
Oh, 1 out.
Is there
One out.
some sort of chain push going on here? I think there could be.
Not without a few peasant dodges.
Peasants.
I mean-
Fat Earl is the man. It's on.
Fell wants to do it. If we can do a chain push here, then
It's not now.
there is a potential. Well,
The
no,
love
still could.
child.
You just have to make a. Bit of a dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, the
You
love
could do it
child
with a
ruined
couple
it.
of 4 pluses.
The love child ruined it. Oh, I see.
Oh no, if he
You're
punches in
talking
from
about
the
there.
inside.
This is Fat Al's moment. This is it.
Oh, what's he doing?
Where's he going? That was Fat Al's moment of glory.
That could have been beautiful.
Could have been.
Quick, kill McStagger. Get him.
No, don't miss stagger.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I think
Dirty
he's
play.
I've
him.
never seen a blitz or foul animation before.
Well,
Well.
now you have.
Yeah.
I
thought it
do
was a
wonder if this grudge has been settled based upon that last action of foul
2 armor
play.
breaks. 6% ball possession. That's not good.
No. So, while the two coaches...
Who is the star of the game?
Fat
Oh, of course it is.
Earl. He needs to be signed up. Well, let's invite both coaches to the studio and let's discuss the following. So we'll start with Teddy, the dwarf coach,
Hello.
the Bloodwieser representative. Do you feel, based upon the actions that have happened, that the grudge has been settled? Or was that last dip grass kick in the groin just cancelling all the hard work that has been put before you?
Well, as I said, as the spokesperson, and just after the game, we still have not received word about the board's current information if the grudge has been settled or not. But in my humble opinion, I believe it has been. The fans got what they wanted. I think the amount of blood that we've seen has been more than enough to send the Squirrels off on a higher note, and I think justice has been delivered for the Bloodwieser Brewing Company. So that's all I can say on that matter.
Fair enough. I appreciate you're in an awkward position. I really do. And Andy, Order of the Holy Squirrel. The question the fans need to know is, will Fat Earl get a full-time contract?
Today marks a grim chapter in the Order of the Holy Squirrels' proud lineage. I'm a man who has swallowed. I'm a man who has swallowed his pride and concede defeat to these bearded, smelly little zoggins. But yes, that L has been a shining beacon of gloriness in
He
this
was
match
your
of woe.
most vital player.
Yes, I arrived at the stadium one player short, and I looked down, and there he was, standing with his family, excited
Popcorn
for a
in
day of
hand.
Blood Bowl. And you, sir, look like a man who could take it to a dwarf. And he did.
He did.
I
He
shall
did
be
just
heading
that.
back to Paravon to sign the contract.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Excellent. Alex, do you have anything for these coaches that have done battle for us?
No, I left in the other trousers. Sorry.
Ah. What can I say to this?
Just my thanks for an enjoyable game. It's always nice to see nobility getting slapped around a bit.
Yes.
Pow!
In the
But then it's
name,
always horrible seeing dwarves win. So it's a difficult position to be in, really.
but if there's one positive to take from this, Fat Earl has probably got himself a contract that will feed his family for the next few years.
Excellent. Well, it depends how big his family, I guess. And by his name, it suggests he might need a bit more feeding than the rest.
Yes. I've heard this
Anyway.
nobility pay well.
I must love you all and leave you all. I think I hear my mum calling me.
Okay. Thank you for joining us.
Topman, your sausage casserole is ready.
Blimey, he's got a hell of a voice.
Hi, 12th Mum.
Right, for
See you all
those
later.
that missed the show, if you go on to the alternative network of YouTube and go to NAF Wales, you will find this video uploaded, okay, of the film. And you can catch all the action once again and see how it unfolded. NAF Wales YouTube. That will be up there shortly. And for those that did join us, it's been a good show. We believe a grudge being settled, although we do not have an official answer. We do not yet have an official answer, but we will find out. I wonder. I really do. Gentlemen, it's been an honour and a pleasure. Thank you for putting on a great show.
You are most welcome, sir. You're most welcome.
Same from here. We appreciate the time of you being able to broadcast this lovely match onto our viewers at home.
'Twas an honour. 'Twas an honour. Till then, I will sign off. I will wish you fine folks at home the very best, and catch the replay on YouTube. There you go.